Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Daniel here, and as you may have seen from the title of this video, maybe you've seen my last video, I am currently in Mexico City, and this video I just wanted to share with you my journey to Mexico City, how I got here, what I did prior to moving here, and what I intend to do moving forward, how long I'll be staying here for. These are some of the questions that I get from people that have reached out to me, and my friends, family, Instagram, everywhere. So I'm just going to dive right into it. I have a few notes here on my phone. I'm just going to go through the things that I have listed so I can have at least my thoughts in a very sequential order. That way my video is not all over the place. So if you're thinking, why Mexico City? Why did I choose to come here? Why not somewhere else? Well, Mexico City for me is somewhere that I've always wanted to go to, South America generally, and Mexico City just seemed like a very safe place for me to start because of the other things that I have going on in my life. I have to work, I have to have access to internet and all of these things, and I've always wanted to travel. My whole life, it's all been about travel, thinking about travel, dreaming about it, and wanting to see as much of the world as I can, because I feel like the world is so big that it would be a disservice to ourselves to be stuck in one place and to not explore and see what the rest of the world has to offer. And I just feel like traveling just expands your world view in such a very profound way. So traveling is something I've always thought about, and now that I'm doing it, it's no surprise to me because I always knew that I was going to do this. So Mexico just seemed like a safe place for me to start because again, I don't have the strongest passport in the world. I am not from the United States, I'm from Nigeria, but I reside in the US. So there's a handful of places that I can go without needing a visa. And with the current state of the world, the pandemic and all that, it's very difficult to secure visas to a lot of places. And being a resident of the United States, I can easily get a tourist visa into Mexico for 180 days. So everything just seemed to align in a very good way that Mexico just came out on top, because I've always been looking at other parts of Europe as well, Eastern Europe, especially Albania. And that was top on my list until I just started, looking at the pros and cons and just knocking things off my list. So Mexico just seemed like a very good choice. And now that I'm here, it's been about 4 days and I'm loving it so far. Like the people, everybody has just been so kind. Of course, you cannot say that, it's, extremely safer than where I'm from, but from what I've seen so far, I don't think anywhere is actually really safe, but we just have to, be careful what we do, we hang around, and the places that we visit, wherever we are in the world. Even if you're in the safest country in the world, doesn't mean it's going to be entirely 100% safe. So what is the cost of living here in Mexico? What is, some of the things that you should consider before you move here? Housing is one very important thing. Of course, with Airbnb, it's made everything really easy. I have my current space that I'm living now for the next 1 month. I got it on Airbnb, and it's a 1-bedroom, it's a 2-bedroom apartment, but I'm sharing with the host. So I have this 1-bedroom and private bathroom and a huge closet space that I can, store my things in. And it's got a very great lighting. Right now, I'm not using any, I'm using natural lights coming from the window, and it's really huge, floor to ceiling window, and it's very huge, it's very spacious, it's very neat and tidy. And I got it on Airbnb, and I got it for 34 days, I believe, for $535 or something like that. So Airbnb is where I got my accommodation from. And then food. Food is really affordable here. It's not cheap. It depends on where you go. If you decide to go eat in some high-end restaurants like I have in the last 2 days, you realize that you're paying almost similar to what you would pay in the United States, but not exactly similar, but very close. But if you decide to go to some local spots and probably some roadside vendors, you will find that it is very cheap to find food around here, and things are just more delicious, more yummy than it is in the US. I must tell you that the food I've had here, it's been really great, it's been really awesome, and people here are nice. Mexico City, especially, I was surprised. It was beyond anything that I ever imagined. The city is so clean. It's so clean and modern, and the buildings and everyone, is just so nice and friendly. And I just really, really, really love it here in Mexico City. There are some areas that are known to be, tourist destinations or tourist spots or touristy areas. For example, La Condesa, Roma Norte, whereas these are all high-end areas where there's a lot of tourist expats like myself living in. But I found this place. It's in Cuauhtémoc, which is in a very quiet and serene area of Mexico City. Everyone that I told that I live around here has always been like, oh, that is a very nice spot. So I like it around here. It's very quiet because I'm always on Zoom calls and I don't want anything to be in my way of my calls at all. So it's been really quiet. I get on my calls. Internet is not like 100% great, I would say, but it's been okay. It's been okay. I don't have any issues with Zoom calls at all. I use the Wi-Fi here. It's great. It's not awesome, but it's great. If you are a remote worker, maybe you need to get on calls every day and you want to come to Mexico City, I think internet here is sufficient to get you through your day without having any issues. And electricity has been stable, 100% electricity, so you don't have to worry about that. So one of the reasons why I am able to do this, why I'm able to move out of the United States to Mexico City or just about anywhere in the world that I choose to, is because I have a remote work. I can earn on the road while I'm working. So if you're thinking about traveling, that's something you also have to consider. Also have to consider how you are going to earn money, because flight tickets and Airbnbs, they can add up pretty fast. So that's something that you want to keep in mind. I have a full-time work opportunity with an agency in the United States. I am a digital marketing strategist. I run Facebook, Instagram ads, helping businesses do that. And I also have a couple of freelance gigs as well. So I can earn in dollars while I'm, spending in the local currency, which is, what is termed, I think, geo arbitrage. That way I earn in dollars, which is a stronger currency, and I spend in, a weaker currency, which is, really good. Of course, I would be making more if I were in the United States, but the fact that I'm traveling, I have to be really picky about the kinds of work that I do. They have to be, suitable to my lifestyle of travel. And, I'm making less than I would normally do in the United States, but it's more than sufficient enough for me to live the lifestyle I want. I make more than enough in a month now that I can choose to travel wherever I want to in the world if I so desire. So you have to, keep in mind, remote work. A lot of people do, they teach English as a foreign language. They, do social media management online. They, there's a ton of opportunity online. And I always tell people, if you want to be traveling and you also, want to be working, you need to be able to learn a new skill, be able to, pick up some things that you would otherwise not be able to pick up. So that way you can, make money on the road and not, be stranded wherever you want to go. So the fact that I'm able to work remotely is a blessing for me, and that's the only reason why I'm able to travel wherever I want to. I'm not making that much money yet on YouTube, but hopefully in the future YouTube will be able to sustain my channel and I can maybe travel full time. So what is next for me? What is next for me? Well, I will be here for at least a month or maybe 2 months, and I will decide where I want to go next. I have this Airbnb for at least 1 month. I have it for the next 30 days right now. My plan is to travel to at least 2 countries before the year ends. My goal is not to go from country to country in quick succession. I want to travel, but I always love the idea of slow travel, the idea of getting, being grounded where you are, really learning about the culture, the society, and, the people where you're traveling to. I love to have a routine. I love to have a flow, like a schedule. So that way I can really enjoy my travel. Traveling can be really stressful if you're jumping, from plane to plane and from country to country and thinking about visa issues, especially for me when it's going to take me some time to get some visas that I really need to go to some countries. So for now, I'm just going to go to some countries that I know are visa free for at least my passport, and maybe, US residents can gain access to without needing a visa. So it's going to be really slow travel from here on, but as, things progress, as time goes on, I will ramp up, my traveling schedule, and maybe I can visit a couple of countries before the end of 2022. But for now, I'm in Mexico for at least 1 month, maybe 2 months. Then I will be proceeding to my next destination, which will be somewhere in South America or maybe in Eastern Europe. So that is my plan for now. And, I just wanted to, come here and share with you things that I know. If you're planning to move out of the country, maybe wherever you're right now, US, Canada, wherever, you want to move out, you want to go somewhere to Mexico or you just want to come to Mexico City, for example, or maybe anywhere in Mexico, I want to implore you to do that. You know, it's a really cool feeling to be able to do, you know, travel, meet people. I've met a lot of people here that I would otherwise not have been able to meet, you know, locals and, you know, people on, you know, Facebook, digital nomad groups, and it's been really interesting to really hang out with these people and see, you know, life from their perspective. Because one thing I also realized is that every one of us, you know, digital nomads, I say that, you know, with quote unquote, we have something in common. Everyone always wants to explore. Some people dropped out of school, you know, some people just want to travel more and just explore the world, and that is, I believe, the goal. That is what I feel, you know, is the goal, to learn more about other cultures, to learn more about other people. So it's a really beautiful thing, and if you want to do it, you should definitely do it. I think you're going to learn more, you're going to have a good time. Of course, travel is not for anyone, but whatever it is that makes you come alive is what I believe you should do. Without making this video too long, I'm just gonna end it here. And if you haven't subscribed, please do that right now. My channel is down below, subscribe button. Also like this video for the YouTube algorithm. And if you have any questions, leave it in the comments. Also follow me on Instagram if you want to connect personal with me. Again, thanks for watching this video. My name is Daniel, and I will see you in the next one.